good news, people. The rest of May should be bullish because it does not look like the United States is going to default. Now, I was pretty sure it was going to be theatrics anyways, because the U.S. has never defaulted on its debt, and I doubt either party would actually let it default. No, I don't think Social Security and Medicare are going to be cut. There's probably going to be like less raises in other places, but I don't think things are actually going to be cut. So we're going to get a pretty good deal. The Fed's going to stop raising rates, so we are very, very bullish going into the summer. Now, the only thing that was holding Bitcoin back this week was actually the fear of the debt default. And since like the debt's not going to default as expressed by both McCarthy and Biden, you can see the stock market has risen several hundred points and crypto itself has risen several hundred points because crypto is affected by the overall economy. I know a lot of you are like, don't talk about politics on this channel, but you got to be realistic. Politics affects crypto a lot. You got to talk about the SEC. You got to talk about the stances of the various parties. You've got to talk about the overall economy because that has massive effects on crypto. It may not have massive effects on which Pepe coin pumps next, but if you're in the general market and you have investments in solid projects, politics, policy massively affects crypto right now, and it could easily make crypto swing up and down. So you actually have to talk about this stuff. But, the Dow Jones went up 400 points after both sides says they're not going to default. And I think there was just a lot of hoopla because they would never allow the U.S. to default anyways. That'd be catastrophic for the entire world's economy. U.S. dollar is going to be there for a long, long time. It's not going anywhere. But that doesn't mean Bitcoin's not going to do well. I do think people will, after all these bank failures, no matter what the Fed does to actually backstop, I do think some people are going to be putting money into Bitcoin and alts. And the thing is, Bitcoin, even among all this fear of debt default, didn't actually go below $27,000 for very long. It went to like 26 for like one day, and then it came back. There is a lot of demand for crypto, and more than just that, there's going to be a lot of buying pressure on Bitcoin now. Because obviously MicroStrategy, but also Tether just said they're going to use their profits to buy crypto for their coffers to back Tether. Tether had $1.5 billion in profit last year. In a bull market, they're probably going to have more than $1.5 billion of profit every quarter. But just $1.5 billion of profit each year, that's like almost $400 million per quarter. They buy $400 million of Bitcoin per quarter. That's going to be constant upward pressure to buy up Bitcoin for Bitcoin price to rise. And Bitcoin will actually rise everyone else. And you're really seeing Chinese banks trying to come into it. They're trying to get licensed in Hong Kong to actually invest in crypto and crypto projects. So that's coming online next month too. Next month, bro, hopefully we can hit 50,000. I know that's a bold statement and a bold prediction, but end of June, I'm hoping for $50,000. That is my revised goal because, they could renege on the debt ceiling and this could all fall apart, obviously. But the thing is, because both Biden and McCarthy have basically said we're not going to let the U.S. default, I think that fear is going to be over and they're going to get a deal done sometime this week or next week because they generally have to. I think worst comes to worst, I think the Senate Republicans will actually force the Tea Party MAGA wing of the House to actually come into line, or they're going to get other Republicans just to go along with the debt ceiling pass because they can't really let the country default. And I don't think anyone besides the MAGA wing of the Republican Party actually wants that to happen. So because that's going to be over soon and the Fed's going to stop raising interest rates and Tether and other entities are buying Bitcoin and that China's coming in, the rest of the summer is very bullish. The debt ceiling was the last thing in the way. So I'm certain that we'll probably reach 30,000 way before we get to 20,000 if we ever get to 20,000 again, which does not look all that likely. So I do think the rest of the week will be positive. I think DCA is still your best option just in case, but I wouldn't try to hold out for ever lower prices because I don't think that is actually going to work. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.